tonight at around 6:30, we will be seeing the CFL College National Championship. Hopefully, we see y'all tuning into the game. Hope to see the stands packed out to see the Michigan Wolverines, led by J.J. McCarthy, take on Abdul Carter and Kyron Lacey's Penn State Nittany Lions. So, key factors coming into this match. I mean, we've just been seeing Abdul Carter's ability to just get to the quarterback, get in sacks. I mean, the way he gets sacks is insane. I mean, it's almost like they're just trying to let him sack. I mean, it is insane. I don't think we've never seen a player like this who's came in at the position like he's at and just get sacks like that. And then a quarterback for Penn State, we saw him. I mean, Kyron Lacey, he's been amazing. I mean, it's just been great from him. Talent all around. He made great throws to Abdul Carter, who decided to play tight end in the playoff game against Ohio State. I think it's who it was. Ohio State. So J.J. McCarthy, we've seen him. He's also been making good throws. He's been doing his thing for Michigan, leading them all the way here. But now let's move on to the CFL season 101 draft. So in round 1, the number 1 overall pick to the Storm was Najee, who receiver for, I think it was the bro, I don't even know how you went number 1. Receiver for, I think it was Ohio State. Yeah, Ohio State. Yeah, Ohio State. Receiver for Ohio State. He went number 1. I mean, we all thought, Abdul Carter would go number 1, but he can't because of the Storm. He couldn't go because of Arch Manning. And then number 2, thinking this is where we're going to see one of these quarterbacks go, or even Abdul Carter to the Chicago Breeze. But we see Julian Sand go to the News. The second pick in the draft, saying, okay, I mean, they picked up a quarterback. We've seen he's done good things. He showed potential. I just don't know if he's really that. If he's just might be a number 2 overall pick. Going to the Ravens, they pick up Kyron Lacey. As y'all know, if you might not know this, but even though Kyron Lacey been doing business quarterback, he's meant to be a receiver, so he's going to be playing receiver for the Ravens. And then here comes the Chicago Breeze again for the 4th round pick. You think probably going to get a receiver like or Tracy or Max Jr., but they end up getting another quarterback in J.J. McCarthy here. So they draft 2 quarterbacks. And then we see the Princesses draft Madge Jr. He's headed to the Princesses. We'll see. I think that's a good pick. Get some more receiving options. And then we see the Cats take Laura Sanders, who we saw really bright early on last season. And just kind of hype has just dropped down from her since then. And then the Wolves went to take on Ted Johnson, who he's never won a playoff. He's never won a college game in his career. Really not that much of a good receiver. Thought he would go round 2. Ends up going round 1 to the Wolves. Then we see the last pick of the first. I mean, not the last pick. The Ravens select Fresh as the 7th overall pick, and then the Cats trade for Orlando's pick, which would be the 8th pick. They trade for it. They trade Seth, and the Cats end up drafting Tracy, who was shocking everyone with amazing catching ability. Just came in and kind of blew everyone away. To start round 12, we saw the Storm traded their pick to the Ravens, and the Ravens drafted Abdul Carter. We thought that this man would go 1 or 2. He did go 1, but just not in the round that we thought. So Abdul Carter to the Ravens, and then for the first pick of the second round. And then the Tigers draft LeBron out of Ohio State. And then we see the Breeze take Curry. And then the Princesses, Cats, Wolves, Ravens, and Giants just decided to skip their pick as they saw. There was no one in the draft who they wanted. So that's your draft right there. And then we have and then right after the draft we saw the schedule release coming out. So the official season 101 schedule release to start off the um just the first game of the year, season 101. We see the Ravens taking on the Orlando Tridents Super Bowl rematch. Ravens trying to get their revenge after we saw the Tridents beat them in the CFL Bowl to get them that 12th ring. Then we will see the Tigers versus the Storm, Noobs, Wolves versus Cats, and Breeze versus Princesses. Then week 2, we'll have the Wolves versus Ravens, Tridents versus Tigers, Noobs versus Cats. Breeze versus Cats, Princesses at Storm. And then we have week 3, which is the Wolves versus the Breeze, Ravens versus the Cats, Storm versus the Tigers, and the Tridents versus the Princesses. Week 4, we have the Ravens versus the Tigers, Wolves versus the Princesses, Tridents versus Storm, and Cats versus the Breeze. Week 5, we have Tridents at the Breeze, then the Ravens versus the Princesses, Cats versus Tigers, Storm versus Wolves. And then week 6, classic week, we'll be seeing teams playing in their original stadiums. We have the Wolves playing the Ravens, a classic week, a rivalry that we've seen. Tigers versus Storm, Cats versus Princesses, and the Tridents versus the Breeze. Then week 7, Breeze versus Ravens, Tigers versus Tridents, Storm versus Cats, Princesses versus Wolves. And in the final week of this season, just to mark teams their last chance to get to the playoffs or teams to see if they can get that number 1 overall pick. What are the matchups? Princesses versus Ravens, Wolves versus Tigers, Tridents versus Cats, and the Breeze versus the Storm. And hold on. And we have some breaking news. And hold on. We have breaking news. Apparently, another. I really don't. I really didn't want to talk about another one of this, but another former player, former quarterback named Jarvion. Jarvion. Um, looks like he was also doing pixels, doing talking to minus. Former quarterback for the Florida Outlaws. Looks like he was also talking to -2, saying it. This is just one of the this is just insane to see. People just, man, these former quarterbacks. I mean, feel like just everyone here just falling out like flies, man. They just get in addicted with this minus. Just don't see. Just don't see why people they keep doing this. But that's all the news for now. Actually no. Who do you think will end up winning the CFL Bowl? All right, that's it.